Hello everyone, this is Muskan Singh. Currently I am working at Lexis & Company as legal intern. Today I am going to talk about the topic illegal confinement and wrongful restraint. The provisions of IPC 1860 defines the act of illegal or wrongful confinement of any person and wrongful restraint under the section 339 to 349. Now, before understanding the context of confinement and restraint, we need to understand what is the right interpretation for the term illegal or wrongful. Now, these terminologies refer to any act which is unjust, unfair, injurious, unlawful, or negligent in nature, and which amounts to any kind of civil wrong. So, now let us discuss about the wrongful restraint. So, before that, the term restraint means the action of keeping someone or something under control or restricting someone's personal liberty or freedom of movement. Now, in this scenario, if a person with purpose and intention obstruct another person's way and prevent him to move in a way which he has a lawful right to move, then it is said that he has committed the offence of wrongfully restraining the person. Now, wrongful restraint according to IPC section 339. Whoever voluntarily obstructs any person so as to prevent that person from proceeding in any direction in which that the person has a right to proceed, then is said to commit the offence of wrongfully restraining the person. This section has also an exception which says if a person in good faith believes that he has a lawful right to obstruct, so if he obstruct any private way over any land or water, then that does not amount to any kind of wrongful restraint. Now, punishments for wrongful restraint are covered under the section 341 of IPC, which says whoever wrongfully restrain any person shall be punished with simple imprisonment for a term of 1 month or fine of 500 rupees or both. Now let us move to the another part, that is illegal confinement. Now here, what does the term confinement mean? It means restraining someone at any place or within boundaries or restricting a person's right to move within restricted limits in which he has a right to move. Now, wrongful confinement is a full restraint because a person is restricted within a defined space or area. Now, the definition according to legal language is defined under section 340 of IPC, which says whoever wrongfully restrain any person in such a manner as to prevent that person from proceedings beyond certain circumscribing limits, then it is said that the person is wrongfully confined. So, now let us discuss about the punishments of wrongful confinement. Section 342 of IPC says whoever wrongfully confines any person shall be punished with imprisonment of either descriptive term which may extend to 1 year or a fine which may extend to 1000 rupees or both. Now, wrongful confinement for 3 or more days are stated under the section 343 of IPC, which says whoever wrongfully confines any person for 3 or more days shall be punished with imprisonment which may extend to a term of 3 years or with fine or both. Now, there are other confinement related offences as well, which include section 344 of IPC, which says wrongful confinement for 10 or more days. Now, whoever wrongfully confines any person for 10 days or more shall be punished with imprisonment of either a term which may extend to 3 years or shall be liable for a fine. So, now let us discuss about the section 345 of IPC, which says wrongful confinement of a person whose liberation writ has been issued. So, whoever keeps any person in wrongful confinement knowing that a writ for liberation of person has been duly issued shall be punished with imprisonment of either descriptive term which may extend to 2 years or in addition of any term of imprisonment to which he may be liable under this section. So, now let us move ahead with section 346 of IPC, which says wrongful confinement in secret. Now, whoever wrongfully confines any person in such a manner as to indicate an intention that the confinement of such person may not be known to any person interested in the person or so confined, or to any public servant, or that place of such a confinement may not be known to or discovered by any such person or public servant as herein before mentioned, shall be punished with the imprisonment of either description of for a term may extend to 2 years or in addition to any other punishment to which he may be liable for such a wrongful confinement. So under section 347 of the IPC, another provision is defined, that is wrongful confinement to extort property or to constrain to illegal act. Now, whoever wrongfully confines any person for the purpose of extorting from the person confined or from any person interested in the person confined, or any property or valuable security, or of constraining the person confined or any person interested in which in such a person to do any illegal or unlawful activity, or to give any information which may facilitate after the commission of an offence, shall be punished with imprisonment of either a descriptive term which may extend to 3 years, or shall be held liable for a fine. So now let us move to the last provision related with the confinement. So section 348 of IPC says wrongful confinement to extort confession or compel restoration of property. Now, whoever wrongfully confines any person for the purpose of extorting from the person confined or any person interested in the person confined any confession or any information which may lead to the detection of an offence or misconduct, or for the purpose of constraining the person confined or any person interested in the person confined to restore or to cause the restoration of any property or valuable security, or to satisfy any claim or demand, or to give information which may lead to the restoration of any property or valuable security, shall be punished with imprisonment of either descriptive term which may extend to 3 years, or shall be held liable for a fine. So now let us discuss the simple difference between the both terminologies. Wrongful restraint means obstructing a man from moving one place, but he can move to other 3 directions as per his choice. But in wrongful confinement, a person is wrongfully restrained from proceeding beyond the certain circumscribing limits. So he cannot move in at any direction. So that's the difference. Thanks for listening.